Yo, what is going on, you guys? This is Ironworks MTG here to bring you another modern quickie. Today we're playing like a test list. We're trying out Fury. I don't know if you watched our last league, but this hand's good, by the way. Inquisition into Wrenn and Six, and we'll keep it in the dark. But yeah, we were trying out Fury, but with Ignoble Hierarch. Now we're trying out Fury in like with the much better Ragavan. But yeah, I'll leave a deck list in the description below, and tell me what you think. Anyway, our opponent's mulling to 6, which is good with our double Inquisition hand. And yeah, if you guys enjoy this content, consider subscribing to the channel. Helps the channel grow. But yeah, we're making some odd deck choices. I decided to hop on the Unholy Heat train. It's a lot harder for this list to turn on Delirium, but when it does, it just gives us the reach to be able to kill a lot of the bigger creatures in the format and also take Planeswalkers out of play. But also it's a red card that we could pitch to Fury. So trying that out. Let's lead Overgrown Tomb here. Possibly play Mountain next turn. Possibly fetch Shock, depending on how we feel about our life total. Okay, our opponent's on Orzhov Reanimator with like Grief, etc., etc. I guess we have to take the... We're priced into taking this Ephemerate, and then we can take the Lily next turn. Not sure how this matchup is for us, but I guess we'll find out. And I can afford to play the Wrenn before I have to snap the Lily. Oh, they're evoking it. Did they draw another Ephemerate off the top? It doesn't look like it. They exiled the Archon? Okay. It's going to leave not much in their hand now. We get to Inquisition, but that means we have to top deck well before they can do some crazy shenanigans. Alright, I mean, I'll take that. I'll hit you with the Inquisition. Snag that Liliana. Yes, sir. Oh, wait, they drew another Archon. That makes sense, I suppose. And on the end step, we'll grab a Blood Crypt and then slam the Seasoned Pyromancer next turn. Is this an Inquisition? Ah, it's a Thoughtseize. That kind of blows. Good timing on the Thoughtseize for the opponent. That's for sure. Good time to draw that card. So yeah, we'll grab that Blood Crypt. Ooh, Kroxa. It's not bad. Except for it puts the Archon in the graveyard, so if they draw Persist, we just lose to it. Ah, Kroxa. Yeah. Seems like a bad time. We're gonna do it anyway. Maybe we get punished for it, maybe we don't. But if we draw a fetch land or something, we'll want to be able to escape our Kroxa right away and start clocking our opponent before they can do the thing. We just kind of have to get lucky, I guess. Or, I mean, they've got 4 copies of Persist, so I'm not very good at math, but I think the odds of them drawing it are a little lower than the odds of them drawing it on any given draw. But okay, so there's our Goyf. That's pretty good. We wanted a clock. Ideally, next turn we can whack the opponent with the Goyf and then draw a fetch land and escape the Kroxa. We can even keep Seasoned Pyromancer behind with an escaped Kroxa. Okay, they're gonna lose 2 draw 2. Okay, Godless Shrine was one of their draws. Okay, so it's obviously not Persist because they were shocked in and did the thing, but whatever it is, we're gonna snag with Kroxa, hopefully. Okay, so... yeah... yes, and let's attack first. I'm definitely going to exile the Seasoned Pyromancer because Kroxa just threatens lethal next turn. Red, red, black, black. Yep. And we know they already have the Archon, so if we hit another reanimate target, it doesn't actually matter. It's just a Marsh Flats. Okay. F6, Prey. Alright, opponent scoops it up. Alright, so we got pretty lucky with our opponent not hitting the Persist there, but I think that we played correctly. So, I'll bring in Klothys and Spellbombs. Pretty easy. I don't know if I want Torpor Orb. So Torpor Orb stops our Kroxa from discarding them, which is good. It stops Seasoned Pyromancer, which is bad. I think that I don't even want Fury. I'm just going to cut that now. It stops their Archon when it ETBs, but not when it attacks. But is it worth bringing in? It also kind of powers up their grief. They could just evoke grief and then it's in play, which is quite good for them. This might be the type of matchup where they're supposed to cut their griefs. I'm going to trim a Wrenn and Six. Seems kind of bad. I'll keep the Heats because it can actually kill the Archon. It's possible. I'll trim a Bolt. I like the Inquisition and Thoughtseizes, but I don't think I like... I'm going to trim a Lily, maybe even two. The Lily can Edict, but also like plussing it feels can be potentially pretty bad. I'm kind of looking at these Collective Brutalities too as a possibility because we want to be able to take Persist. I don't think I am going to bring in the Orb. I think I'm like a little bit... like it's kind of 50-50. I don't feel good about that. So I'll bring in the Trophy and Collective Brutality, and I'm going to cut probably even both K commands. I don't think they're very good. And keep two Lily. And bolts. I think this looks good. I could also consider cutting one Kroxa, even though it won that game. I think I will cut a Kroxa for that other Brutality. I think the most important thing I can do is take away the Persists and stuff in the early game. Stop their like crazy nut draws. Okay, so this is a good hand. We've got a Spellbomb, Brutality, Terminate, all good answers to what they're doing, and a Goyf for a clock. So sure, we'll try this. I expect this Spellbomb to get taken away by an Inquisition or something. It does not. Very nice. Alright, so we get to resolve this Spellbomb, which is wicked. We have two Spellbombs. Okay, so our opponent's got to play Fair Magic with us, which I think we're a little bit better at. Stoneforge Mystic. I didn't see that in the last game. That's okay, though. I think that I'll probably just Brutality. They put Batterskull in hand. Yeah, we'll Brutality. Maybe we'll even snap up like a Persist or something. Ooh, that's a good card to pitch away. Very nice. Here I'll grab the Stomping Ground, so then that way I can possibly cast our Seasoned Pyromancer later, and we'll do escalate 2 modes, kill the Stoneforge, and Duress. And discard the Kroxa. Night's Whisper, Ephemerate. So I guess I'll take the Whisper. Since now we've gotten rid of the Stoneforge. It feels bad if they draw Grief next turn and get to do the thing, but yeah, without a creature threatening us currently, the Ephemerate's possibly just a dead card. And if we play our cards right, we might even be able to terminate in response to the Ephemerate. We just have to be aware of it. There's a lot of power behind that. Or rather, it takes away some of the power that Ephemerate does have. Okay, is this an Inquisition? It's a Persist. Oh, that's annoying. I will Spellbomb only because I have a backup Spellbomb. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. That's their whole turn. Feels pretty good for me. And look at that, we drew a land, so we'll play another Spellbomb and drop a big Goyf, a Goofer. All right, and we are, I think, pretty firmly in the driver's seat right now. I think with the... Ooh, this Kaya's going to eat our Kroxa. This is sad times, but... Oh, is this Exile non-land permanent? Oh, you can hit the Spellbomb. So they may consider hitting the Spellbomb. Okay. Okay, no, they do hit Kroxa. And I'm fine with that. I can potentially grow the Goyf to take the Kaya off depending on what we draw next turn. Because we'll put instant in. Instant land. Didn't quite get there. I mean, we'll see what we draw here. So let's do the thing. If we put the Kaya to 1, if it wants to deal with the Spellbomb, it'll have to he'll have to sacrifice it. So that Kaya. It's kind of nice to have this trophy in case they do find a way to put an Archon into play. Also, if they go land Batterskull, I probably just trophy the Batterskull. And that'll grow the Goyf too, which is kind of nice. All right, going for the Exile again, shrinking the Goyf. Getting the Kaya into a more respectable amount of loyalty. And this looks like a Batterskull. I am quite all right with this. We get to trophy the Batterskull. And I will... Yeah, we get to trophy the Batterskull and hold up the Spellbomb. Grab Overgrown Tomb here. So that's going to grow our Goyf. So we know Ephemerate and Unknown. Ooh, another Spellbomb. We're so good at drawing Spellbombs. Land. Spellbomb. Whoops. Need black mana. Hit the Batterskull. Okay, so I guess we'll play around Fatal Push here. I'm going to send the Goyf and Seasoned Pyromancer at Kaya. Pass back. Now our Goyf be thick. Ephemerate, Unknown. Notably, Castle Lochwain. They do have a lot of life to spend. But we've got double Spellbomb. That's hot, man. Double Spellbomb's pure hotness. Seems like a safe time to fetch. Grab the tomb. All right. I mean, that's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Lock our opponent out with spell bombs in the post-sideboarding games. But hey, that's why we put it in the deck, right? Just flexing on them. Hell yeah, just flexing. I probably will cycle one this next turn just so I can maybe end the game if I can draw one more point of damage. Our opponent cannot activate the castle without putting themselves in lethal range. Not even sure what they do. They really need to kill this Goyf to buy more time. It's probably their best line. I think this deck is really cool too. I'm happy that a black-white deck is finally playable. I don't know about that play opponent. I mean, I guess you gain life, but... Actually, if I cycle the Spellbomb, it shrinks the Goyf. The Goyf is a 4/5. Does that change? Ooh, they're activating, so let's see. If I get in... Okay, so that's not gonna... It's still 2 turns, and if we draw... Okay, opponent scoops up. They got nothing. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Modern Quickie. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel, and until next time, take care.